Thank you, Mr. Chair. And my remarks today will be, I think, totally delivered to Madame Calvary. Thank you very much. But thank you all the witnesses for coming and giving testimony here today. It's wonderful to hear your input in this committee. We've been expecting it for a long time. Our job here, of course, is to make sure that we get a pathway for Hong Kongers to get into Canada as seamlessly as possible. We want to make sure that we have a ready stream available for all kinds of Hong Kong immigrants to come to Canada. One of those necessities is, of course, income security once you get here. And that income security is predicated upon the Mandatory Provident Fund Scheme's authority and the rules that existed in order to get that money that was deducted from paychecks in Hong Kong over and available for the people that are moving to Canada, that want to set up lives here, so they have some financial security here as well. So just, Madam Calvary, the first question. The Mandatory Provident Fund Schemes Authority, just for perspective, it's a mandatory deduction of 5% of the pay checks of everybody working in Hong Kong, kind of like the CPPIB, the Canada Pension Plan would be in Canada. Is that correct?
It is similar, but it's not government owned. So instead, the deduction go to a financial company like Manulife and Sunlife. So they are called trustee. So money actually staying with the financial company instead of in the government.
Thank you. So it would be, as we say, a trustee holding it on behalf of the people. And prior to 2021, when the Hong Kong Special Administration regime actually changed their mind about how this was going, that Mandatory Provident Fund Authority funds would transfer when people changed their location, correct?
In 2021, the Hong Kong government, actually NPFA, issued a statement saying that they don't recognize BNO passport as a valid travel documents. And somehow financial companies, including Manulife and Sunlife, block Hong Konger to restore their savings if they use BNO passport as a form of identity. But I would like to make it very clear. The Hong Kong government issued this statement, but there's no law change under the MPF scheme. So it is very important. So I can share the legal argument with parliamentarians after this meeting. So it is very clear there is no change to the trustee deed. Unless the Hong Kong government changed the deed, then the trustee need to follow the change. No change, and therefore all the trustees, including Manulife and Sunlife, need to follow the law in Hong Kong to release the Hong Kong people's retirement savings. Unless there's a change and add clause to the law under the NPF scheme. So that's why a lot of Hong Konger receive a reply from financial company saying that they have not submit the right document. Actually, they submit everything. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. And Madam Calvary, thanks for all the research your organization, Hong Kong Watch, has done on this, because your numbers are compelling. But the issues, of course, we're seeing here is that we've got 445, as you pointed out, 60,000 applicants in the queue to gain Canadian citizenship here. Only 445 were approved in the first quarter this year. And we've obviously got a long queue here, but that queue is going to be dependent, of course, on arriving with your assets. Just give me some perspective. The average that you've pointed out to us in your documents here is the average size is $38,600 Canadian per person is the average. So with 60,000 Canadians coming over, that's going to have to be some replacement support that's going to have to be, these people are going to have to earn one way or another in order to maintain the retirement lifestyle that they've contributed to their whole working life, correct?
Yeah, yes, thank you. It is very important that Hong Kongers move to Canada can have access to their retirement savings, because a lot of them, they rely on this fund to settle in Canada. And a lot of them, they try to find job. It's not that easy. Even if they try to find job, they cannot find the profession they were in Hong Kong. So a lot of them, they rush to do any casual job to fulfill the Stream B requirement to work over 1,600 hours.
I have one last question. I'm sorry, Madam Calverley. Just, I know that you've presented us with a sample of the card. What would you suggest should change in that card very clearly so that there is less discrimination from the BNO transfer into a Canadian permanent residency and then citizenship, if you could, please?
Yeah, so this is the PR card. Somehow on our PR card, there's a nationality. That means before you came to Canada, they show where you're from. So a lot of Hong Kongers, they either use the Hong Kong passport or BNO passport to apply for open work permit here. So somehow for the BNO passport holder, it shows GBN. So that's also an excuse for our trustee, like Manulife and Sunlife, to reject their application. So I would suggest, if possible, there's no need to show their previous nationality, and that will help them a great deal. Thank you.